Now, Björn, this is your show. I go out of the way.
So thank you, Claudia, for introduction and
Pleasure.
also warm welcome from my side this morning. Great to have you with us here today at our first manufacturing summit in Frankfurt. Dirk already introduced this a bit in the morning, and I just also want to come back quickly, first of all, on the Center of Excellence of Manufacturing. Dirk already touched on this, talking a bit why we are doing this and what we are doing there. And I also want just quickly to give an overview who is doing this. And I also want to say it's not just the people you can see here on the slide. So it's all of us within DNB, which are looking specifically with passion and sensitivity to this very challenged and challenging industry segment of manufacturing. Because overall, and you are aware of this, the manufacturing industry segment, it counts in Europe more than 2 million companies. That's around 7% of the companies in total. And it contributes with, and Dirk, I think you already mentioned this, by 25% to the total economy revenue in Europe. So it's definitely an industry segment which is with high importance on the stability, let's say, also for all of us and for the region. I think over the next weeks and months, hopefully we will have a lot of opportunities to talk to you, touching all of the challenges and all of the topics and use cases you are facing. And we have heard this morning already a lot. And maybe I just have to quickly say also that the Center of Excellence is definitely closely connected as well across Europe with our subject matter experts, with the business consultants. So there are some more people than you can see here on the slide for sure. And let's say just as an example, we pointed out Irena, who is also with us here today. She is a subject matter expert focusing on ESG and third-party risk. And so we have lots of other colleagues which are, let's say, focused on different use cases and happy to get in touch and in a deeper conversation with all of you. This chart here just, let's say, reflects again the most relevant challenges and trends and topics that you all have already in mind. And I don't want to get into the details now because I think you have heard this morning already a lot, especially around economy and market development, the pressure on the profitability. So that's a big topic for sure. And let's say all of the disruptions we were facing over the last years changed our thinking and also brings us to the situation that we have to think differently on markets and how to tap into new markets and how to assess the real market potentials. We have heard from Thomas Schulte a lot on supply chain resilience. I think very interesting also always to have the perspective, let's say, what kind of resilience do we need? Let's discuss this first and let's make a plan based on this. Let's have a conversation with our customers. So supply chain resilience also is not just, let's say, a supplier topic. It's also a topic that needs to be discussed with the customer side, so with the sales side. So we have to bring all of those perspectives together in one view in order to build the right process designs and the right strategies, let's say. The underlying foundation for most of those topics you can see here on the screen is the digitalization. That one needs definitely clear strategy, consequent implementation, and for sure digitalization needs technology. And I think we are all aware that we need to invest in technology, even if we have very high pressure on the cost side. Invest in technology is definitely needed, nevertheless. Sustainability is another topic. We will touch this later today as well, especially Integrity Next, one of our partners, will also reflect a bit on what this means to the supply chain and also to the overall profitability and the business processes. And yes, we see especially actually that there are popping up a lot of other risks. But nevertheless, sustainability remains one of the most important things when we are looking into our own future. Yeah? So we need to be sustainable, and sustainable, let's say, supply chains and production processes are needed in order to run profitable and successful businesses in future, definitely. And look at the whole topic of the climate risk. Yeah? And I think, Alicia is also with us here today from the UKI region, and she's an expert especially on our ESG and climate risk topics. And I think there is a nice article out there. I saw this yesterday on LinkedIn, where they also reflected a bit on the topic of climate risk, that this is definitely not a distant risk, a distant threat. We should adapt now to strengthen, let's say, the infrastructure. Implementing climate resilience strategies can significantly reduce financial losses in the long term. And also, she reflects on that the financial sector, with big players like JP Morgan, for example, they already begun mandating climate risk into their frameworks. Yeah? So it's definitely, the climate risk topic is a topic we have to act on. Innovation and R&D, also a very important topic for all of us, especially in times where, let's say, the competition with lower operational costs is catching up in regards of product quality. So the innovation and R&D needs to be a differentiator for European manufacturers also in future. Now I'm just coming to the customer centricity topic, which is, let's say, most important for us, and also as an handover to my colleagues from Siemens. And we are really happy to have you with us here on this day today, because you will give us some insights about the journey of Siemens to become a data-driven sales organization. And what we often hear from our customers is that the traditional sales approach comes under pressure more and more, definitely. Yeah. We see fluctuating order volumes. A Maschinenbau barometer from PwC reflects that at the moment just around 80% of the capacities, of the existing capacities, are utilized. We see transforming customer journeys. We see that we need to build customer experience across our channels end to end. So our customers expect this. We also see the growing information flood that needs to be actively managed, definitely. Yeah? And therefore, we also need technology. We need process designs. We need business process designs. And the last topic is the monetization by services. That's also a trend that is seen, especially in the manufacturing industry. We have also a number for this. 75% of the manufacturing companies expect that, let's say, additional services will have an increased share of their revenues over the next 1 to 4 years. So there's happening a lot. Also on the portfolio side, let's say, and this for sure also means that you need additional sales approaches, you need additional skills for sales. And by knowing this, this number, let's say, is a bit frustrating, to be honest, because 71% of business applications are not integrated or connected still. And the bad thing is, this number is stable over the last 3 years. And this number comes from a report from MuleSoft and Deloitte Digital, and they are looking into that number for years, and it's stable. So we need to do something here, definitely. We need to invest in technology and in data. We need to break up the data silos. So we are talking about this topic over the last 10 years, 15 years, whatever. I think also we will talk in 10 years about this topic. But we need to do it, and the urgency is increasingly rising, definitely. So breaking up silos, data must be synchronized, data must flow across the systems, must be available where and when and by whomever needed. That's important. That's, let's say, the foundation to all of the things we are discussing here today. And I think we need to be clear about this. And ideally, when you are working on this, breaking up the data silos, you also need to think how to combine your internal data with high quality external data, for sure. Yeah? That's what D&B stands for sure. And our customers are implementing, let's say, company information or financial risk, beneficial ownership structures. So a lot of different kind of data based on the use cases of our customers into the processes. And we will hear from Siemens a bit, especially touching the topic of linkages to understand who belongs to whom. Who's part of which kind of group structure, and what does it mean to my sales potential, or what does it mean to my risks, let's say. And there was last week on the Salesforce event a nice statement from Stefan Imme, head of group sales IT from Volkswagen. He told us at this event that the cost pressure at Volkswagen directly leads to invest in technology in the sales and marketing process to become more efficient, more automized, and as well creating a much better customer experience with higher conversions. So cost pressure means, in parallel, a need to invest in technology, in data and processes. That's very important. And we are doing the same. So we are investing heavily in our, let's say, tech stack, in our partnership structure. So in order to make our data consumable and available in an easy way, and directly in those, let's say, technology layers, in those cloud infrastructures that are used by our customers. And that's the reason why we are investing in partnerships and in further, let's say, connectors and things like this to SAP, Microsoft, Salesforce. The colleagues of Databricks are also with us here today. Yeah, so take a chance and talk to them. Yeah, the D&B data is already available in Databricks. Yeah, and so that's the kind of technology investment we also take, yeah, exactly because of those reasons. And when you have done this, when you are well prepared, I think then you are right, you're ready, let's say, for your journey to become a data-driven sales organization. I don't want to tap into the details here now for today. It's more kind of offering, let's say. Let's have conversations on this, exactly on this topic afterwards, or over the next weeks and months, because I think there's a lot to do and there's a lot we can help you with.